Hi there. I'm going to show you today a short video of how to take your Strider when it's been built, assembled for you to your size, packed in a box for white glove service. This is the box it comes in. I'm going to open the box. I'm going to show you some details about how to pick it out of the box, how to set it up, and how to start striding. Okay, what you'll notice about this box first is very large. It's taped and glued, so it's got a structure inside to protect your Strider. On the outside here, it's got some labels showing you that it's fragile and that this side should be up and you shouldn't drop it on the ends. And on the outside here, on the ends, it shows you what package is in here. If it's a 3i or a 7i, if it's charcoal blue, and then if there's accessories associated with that. What you're going to need to open this up is a sharp blade to cut through the tape. And then you're going to need some other scissors or little snippers to pull off zip ties and take the wrapping off. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just slice open the box, and then we can open the box and take out the information that you'll need to see what's next. Okay, I've sliced open the tape on the box. Now I'm going to lift the lids off, and we're going to look at the inside features of this box. And as I said, it's glued together, so it'll take a little bit of force to get this off. All right. So the first thing you'll notice is that the Strider's in here and it's surrounded by cardboard braces. That protects it so nothing can happen to the box. What you'll notice right in the front here is your quick guide to opening the box and setting up your Strider so you can go out for a stride. This is the first thing you're going to run into, and this shows you the instructions that I'm going to go through. We're going to pull this out, and we're going to pull the foam out with it and set this aside. And now I'm going to show you some features inside this box. These cross members here, they will have to be lifted out so you can pull the Strider out. They are glued down and they're taped on the sides here and here, so you have to cut the tape on these edges so you can lift these boxes out all the way around. Like I said, they're taped and glued. Bring those out. All right. Now, the next thing I want to show you in the box is that up here in the front is another box that sits on the front end. These rolled up pieces of cardboard here protect this from going forward in the box and protect the front wheels. That can be a box that has accessories in it, or it could be the box with your trainer stand in it. In this particular one, that has a trainer stand in it. All right. Once you get to this point, you're going to pull these pieces out. Get jammed in here tight because it doesn't allow anything to move inside the box. And now I'm going to lift the Strider trainer stand out as well. Now your Strider is sitting in there, and now it's ready to be lifted out of the box. You'll need an assistant to do that to help you lift the whole thing out. We'll set it on the side, and I'll show you some features about how that's packed up. Now that we have all the structural stuff off the top of the Strider in the box, now we can lift it out. You'll need an assistant to do that to help you lift it out of the box, but I'm going to show you a couple ways to lift this. In the front end here, you want to lift it by the tires, by the steering linkages, or by the front beam down here. Do not lift it by these, or you'll pull the brakes. You'll pull the cables right out of the brakes. In the rear, you can lift it by the tire, you can lift it by the stays, there's everything back there is strong enough you can lift it out by that. But we're going to lift the whole Strider out and set it next to the box. Then I'm going to show you some details of that. Thank you, assistant. Okay, so now we have the Strider out. I'm going to show you some details about how it was packed. You'll notice that there's foam packing around most of the structures. This foam is either taped on, or it's on with cable ties or zip ties. There's things up here, so you have to take all of this off. But what I want to show you is a few features that are rather important for protecting the Strider, and you have to take these apart. First thing you'll notice here, this is a big pack. This has your spare parts in it, has your owner's manual, it has toolkit, all those sort of things. So that's under there, you won't miss that. But what's also important is back here, we don't want this wheel sliding forward during any impact of that Strider while it's in route. So we put a strong cardboard plug between the tire and the bottom bracket brace over here. That has to be pulled out by pulling it out from the bottom. The other thing you'll notice here is that there's two wooden dowels, one on either side of this rear, that prevents this axle from sliding forward if, again, it takes an impact in the back. So you take these wooden dowels out and you take this cardboard plug out along with everything else, and then I'll show you how to lift it up, unfold it, and go for your first stride. Okay, next step. We took all the packing off. Everything's now been removed from this, so it's ready to be unfolded, and then you can start to stride. And I'm going to show you how to unfold this. Okay. First thing you'll notice is that we've got a quick release joint up here. We're going to pull this quick release lever forward, and I'm going to put my hand behind this head tube right here, and I'm going to lift it up, and this is a spring-loaded pin right there that has to fit into that hole. So we're going to push it over to the right side, let it slide back in so the pin enters this hole, lift this quick release up onto this shelf right here, and then we're going to fold this down. Okay, let me show you that again real fast. My left hand, or my right hand, lifts the head tube up, slides the pin over to the right, allows the pin to come back into this hole, lift this up to the top over that little shelf right there, and then fold this down. And this should be tight to fold down. That holds this fold joint very well. All right, now on this side, we have the left ski is telescopic and it's fully extended. That's the only way you can fold this, is to have those two joints here in the same position. So now we're going to lift this. In order to slide this back in, we're going to lift this quick release lever off here. I'm going to push that pin in, and it's going to allow me to slide this ski all the way back inside. So it comes from here, and it goes all the way in, like that. And the pin I'm going to show you is now underneath here, and now you can close this up. Now that we have the Strider ski on the left side pushed all the way back in, we can close this clamp, and I'm going to show you where the button that was here now exists underneath right there. Okay, and that locks that ski in there so that the telescopic part can't slide out. When you want to slide it out to fold it down again, you're going to have to push this in, release that quick release, and pull it back out until the button appears right there. And now you're ready to ride. Now this goes like that. Okay, you got your Strider, your white glove service box, you got it out, packing's off, you got it unfolded, it's all ready to go, you're ready to take your first stride. How exciting. This is the greatest exercise you'll ever do. Let's release the brakes. You got to squeeze on the brake lever to let the pin pop out like that. That releases that brake. This releases this brake. It's always shipped with the brakes on. All right, now we're going to see a real easy way. I'm going to show you how to start to stride. Instead of trying to stand on it and balance, what I want you to do is to go forward a little bit, push off a little bit like you would on a bicycle, glide a little bit or coast, and get the feel of what this is, because it really wants to lean the steer like a bike. So when you stand on it initially, it's going to be more difficult. So we're going to straddle the Strider like this, put our hands on the grips. If it's a 7-speed, keep it in gear 5 or 4, and then start shifting up as you go to as you get rolling, because you're going to want a higher gear and a nice smooth cadence. If you're in 3-speed, start off in gear 1 or 2 on flat ground and shift up to gear 3. All right, hands on the grips, straddling the Strider. Your foot goes on the lowest platform. All right, you're nice and stable. I'm going to push off with my left foot, and I'm going to glide a little bit and coast. Glide and coast so you get the feeling of it. Then I'm going to put my left foot on, and I'm going to start to focus on my arms, striding back and forth, and I'm going to put my hips out here on the left side to make a left turn. It's real simple. I'm going to come back this way. I'm going to put my hips out on the right side. I'm going to do a figure 8 and do a turn that way. All right? And as you get going straight, you can then shift up to a higher gear so it's even smoother. Do another turn. You can coast through the turns, or you can pedal through the turns. Either way you feel comfortable. And then as you get done, you can make a nice stop using brakes on both hands and make a nice controlled stop so I can step off without having to jump off the machine. All right, so let me show you that one more time, because this is really how you get started, and everybody can ride this thing. 1 foot platform down, 1 foot platform up. Doesn't matter whether it's the right side or left side. It's your choice. I'm going to put my foot on here. I'm going to push it off a couple of times. Now I'm going.
Focusing on my arms, shift up one gear, and now make a turn. Lean over to the left, make a nice turn. Come back this way, I'm going to lean over to the right and make a nice turn. All right? It's that easy. It's not difficult. It's smooth, low impact, everything you want in an exercise. All right? Come to a nice controlled stop, and then step off. All right? So, that's how I want you to start. Find yourself a parking lot without cars, nice open space, and just do figure eights. So you can lean one way and lean the other way. You get control of this in 15 or 30 minutes, and you can go anywhere. You can go in the park, you can go down a bike lane, any place. You can keep it nice and straight. It will give you the best exercise you'll ever get. You'll rewire your brain a little bit because it's not like a bicycle. It's a little more challenging than that. But it will give you a wonderful exercise for every muscle group from the neck down. All right? Great. Keep us posted. Let us know how you're doing. Thanks.